Mabel was a beautiful young woman by every physical description. When she walked past, people always said she was blessed with beauty. What they did not know was that her heart was full of greed. She was 26 years old, but already she had a plan to become rich by any means. She did not believe in suffering or waiting for her time. She wanted money, a big house, and a life of luxury. Mabel had worked in many places. She changed names and phone numbers often because she always left with trouble. In one house, she stole jewelry. In another, she was caught flirting with the madam's husband. And in a third house, the madam fell sick after eating her food, but there was no proof. Now, she was back in the city looking for a new target, and that was when she met Chief Bako. Chief Bako was a rich old man living alone in a big compound. He was over 60 years old. His wife had died 2 years earlier, and his only son David was said to be living abroad. People in the area said that Chief was lonely, sick and old. He hardly came outside. Most of his workers had been let go, and the house was quiet with just 1 or 2 staff remaining. When Mabel heard about him, her eyes shined. A rich old man living alone with no family near him. Perfect. This one will be so easy. She applied as a maid. She wore a long skirt with no makeup and tied her scarf like a prayer warrior. When she stood before Chief Bako, she smiled like an angel and said, "Sir, I just want a simple job. I am an orphan. I have no family, but I can cook, clean, and care for you like a daughter." Chief Bako looked at her quietly. He seemed very tired. His eyes were weak and his voice was low. "Okay then, you can start tomorrow." Mabel smiled again, but in her heart she said, "This old man won't last long, oh, and when he dies, this house will be mine." That night, Mabel stood at the window side of her room in the servants' quarters. She looked around the compound and smiled. So big, so quiet, so easy. She brought out her phone and sent a voice note to her secret boyfriend. "Baby, I don't enter. This one go be jackpot. Na just one old man wey no get anybody. I go handle am. Give me 3 months. We go collect this house." Mabel wasted no time. On her first morning, she woke up early, swept the compound, and prepared hot pap and akara for Chief Bako. "Good morning, sir," she said with a soft smile. "I made your breakfast myself." Chief looked at her pleased. Thank you, my dear." He ate slowly and nodded in approval. "This is nice." Every day, Mabel served Chief like a queen serving a king. She massaged his legs, arranged his medicine, told him stories, and even read the newspaper to him. Sometimes he slept off in his chair while she talked. Sometimes he looked confused, and Mabel took this as a good sign. "He's getting weaker, oh. This will be easier than I even thought." However, there were still 2 other workers in the house, an old cook and a gateman, and Mabel needed them out of the house to execute her plan smoothly. So she began dropping little lies about them. "Sir, Mama Ekaite always sleeps in the kitchen. One day, I fear she may burn down the house." Chief looked surprised. "Really?" "Yes, sir. Yesterday night, I found her asleep with the gas still on." A week later, the cook was fired. Then she moved to the gatekeeper. "Sir, Musa is very careless. Sometimes when you are sleeping, he leaves the gate open. One time, I even saw him drinking alcohol outside until he was drunk." Soon, Musa was sent away too. And now, It was just Mabel and Chief Bako. Exactly how I want it, she whispered to Kunle over the phone. Baby, very soon, I will enter his will. Then we will remove him slowly. Now that everyone was out of the way, Mabel moved on to her next plan. She began dressing in tighter clothes, just enough to still look innocent but tempting. She began calling him Papa, my chief. You need someone to take care of you, she would say while rubbing his shoulder. Chief always smiled slowly, like an old dying man. Thank you, my daughter. You are really kind. He never shouted or complained. He just nodded and allowed her to continue, and Mabel believed that she had him wrapped around her finger. After 3 months of being a diligent and faithful maid, Chief Bako called her into his study. You have been good to me, Mabel. I want to appreciate you. Come and sign as my emergency contact in case something happens. Mabel covered her mouth like she was shocked. Ah, sir, me? Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. But inside, she was dancing. Yes, it is working. The property is almost mine. She quickly called Kunle that night. He has started changing papers, oh. Very soon, he will sign the will in my name. Once that one drops, we will just finish him. Kunle laughed. You are a genius, baby. This one sweets me die. One Tuesday morning, Mabel was in the kitchen singing to herself. She held a small brown bottle in her hand. The label had been scratched off, but inside, it was a clear liquid, sleeping drops which were harmless at first, but with steady use, it could weaken the body and mess with one's memory. I won't kill him yet, she thought to herself. First, I will make him weak. Then I will push harder. She added 3 drops to the tea, stirred and smelled it. Perfect. Then she carried the tray to Chief's room. Chief Bako was sitting in his chair, wrapped in his old agbada, staring out of the window like he was lost in thoughts. Good morning, sir, Mabel said sweetly. Ah, Mabel, my angel, how are you this morning? I am fine, sir. I made your favorite tea. Ah, good girl. He sipped it gently. You always get the taste right. Moving on. Over the next 2 weeks, she increased the drops slowly. Chief began to move slower, speak less, and forget small things. He once called her Mercy instead of Mabel. Another day, he stood in the hallway confused, asking, "Where is my room again?" And Mabel pretended to be shocked. "Ah, sir, your room is here now. Are you okay?" But inside, she smiled. It is working. She spoke to Kunle on the phone later that night. Baby, I have started though. He's already forgetting things. And he's also very weak nowadays. Soon, I will make him fall from the stairs or sleep and never wake up. Kunle laughed. My smart girl. Just make sure the papers are complete first. Get into that will. Okay, I'm already working on it. One day, Chief Bako called Mabel to bring his lawyer's number. Mabel, where is that small blue notebook I wrote Barrister Raymond's number in? I think it is on the shelf, sir. She brought it to him and he flipped it open, then stopped and sighed. Ah, I've forgotten what I wanted to tell him. This old age is really bad. Mabel smiled. Don't worry, sir. I will help you remember everything. He looked at her and smiled. You are very helpful. That evening, Mabel served him fried rice with chicken. She added a different drop. This one caused light dizziness. Chief ate it slowly, and then suddenly, his spoon dropped from his hand. Sir, are you okay? My head, it is spinning. He leaned back in his chair. Should I call someone, sir? No need. Just stay. Stay with me, Mabel. Don't leave me. She held his hand gently, trying not to smile. She helped him into bed, turned off the lights, and walked out of the room confidently. Mabel had never felt more powerful in her life. Chief Bako barely left his bed now. His legs were weak and his memory was scattered. She fed him, baited him, and controlled all his phone calls. She even started wearing makeup and high heels inside the house, parading like the madam. I might as well start behaving like the madam I'm about to become, she said to herself. One afternoon, as she was arranging the bookshelf in Chief's study, he called her from the bedroom. Mabel, come! She rushed in, pretending to be concerned. Yes, sir. I have been thinking. It is time I changed my will. I want to include your name. Her eyes widened and she knelt down dramatically. Ah, sir, no need. I didn't come for money. I just love and respect you. I know, Chief smiled, but you have been good to me. You deserve something. 3 days later, Barrister Raymond came to the house. Chief sat quietly like a dying old man. He coughed every 5 seconds, while Mabel stood beside him like a loyal daughter. So, Chief, the lawyer said, are we doing a fresh will or adjusting the old one? A fresh one, the chief said weakly. Include Mabel. She's all I have. The lawyer nodded. Mabel brought pen and paper. She even fetched the lawyer a drink. Write her full name, Mabel Okoye. Give her the house and car and half of the cash. Leave the rest for charity. Mabel tried not to scream with happiness. She simply said, thank you, sir. God bless you. That night, she called Kunle. Baby, it is done, oh. He's changing the will. The house is ours. Just one more push and it is finished. Ah, my woman, you are a real genius. After this, now Canada straight. Yes, now, I will make sure I finish it by next week. Over the next few days, Chief stopped talking much. He just nodded and slept. Mabel gave him stronger doses, sometimes even doubling the amount. He even began to forget her name completely. One day, he peed on himself. She cleaned him without complaint, but inside, she was laughing. Yes, continue becoming useless. Soon, I will push you down the stairs or overdose you. No one will suspect me. One night, she brought out the final bottle. One drop could send him into a long, deep sleep. And with a little pressure on his pillow, he would never wake up. But she wouldn't rush it. She needed to wait for the lawyer to return with the final will for signature. Just a little longer. Then, the old man sleeps forever. The moment finally arrived on a rainy Sunday night. Thunder rolled softly in the distance and the whole house was quiet. Even the clock ticking in the corridor seemed afraid. Mabel stood in the kitchen holding a white teacup. This was it. She had added the last liquid from the small brown bottle into the tea, enough to knock Chief Bako into a deep, dangerous sleep of no return. Tonight is your night, sir, she whispered, and tomorrow I will be the owner of this house. She placed the cup carefully on the tray, added 2 slices of bread, and walked to his room. Chief was lying in bed half awake. Sir, I brought your favorite tea. Thank you, he said softly and reached for it with shaky hands. Mabel helped him sit up and held the cup to his mouth. Easy, sir. Just sip it small. He drank it slowly and then sighed. God bless you, Mabel. You have been so good to me. Sleep well, sir, she smiled. She placed the cup back on the tray, turned off the lights, and walked out of the room with the biggest smile she had ever worn. She walked to her room and opened her phone. Kunle's message had just arrived. After he dies, don't call the police yet. Call the lawyer first. Secure the papers, then we move. Yes, baby. By morning, everything will be set. She lay on her bed and closed her eyes with a satisfied smile. By 6 a.m. the next morning, she was up and ready. She brushed her hair, sprayed cheap perfume, and practiced her crying face in the mirror. I will say he died in his sleep. Natural cause. I will cry small and shake my head. Everyone will pity me. She got dressed, walked to the room, and pushed the door slowly. Chief was lying still, just like she expected. She moved closer and held her breath. "Sir, Chief, wake up, sir." But no answer came. She touched his shoulder. It was still warm, but he didn't move. She checked his chest, and it was still. She stepped back and smiled. "It is done." She ran to the study and picked the lawyer's number. However, before she could dial, someone knocked at the gate loud and hard. She paused. Who is that person this early? She went out to check, only to see two police officers and Barrister Raymond, the lawyer, standing there. Behind them stood a tall young man in black jeans and glasses. "Are you Mabel Okoye?" one officer asked. "Yes," she answered in confusion. "You are under arrest for attempted murder and manipulation of a legal will." "Ha, what? Attempted what? Who said that?" The young man stepped forward. "I did." "You? Who are you?" He removed his glasses. "I am David Bako, Chief Bako's son." Mabel's heart flew off. "No, they said you lived abroad." "Yes, that's what you were supposed to believe. I've been here for 1 month, watching everything through the cameras we installed the day you moved in." Cameras? "Yes, the cook and gatekeeper you removed were sent away on purpose. You were never alone." No. She turned to run, but the officers held her. "You can't do this. I took care of him. I loved him." David hissed. "You fed him poison every night. You tried to kill him slowly. You are lucky we didn't let it reach that point." Just then, Chief Bako walked out of the house wearing his full agbada, standing tall and strong. Mabel screamed in shock. "He's alive!" Chief Bako smiled. "Very alive. You see, Mabel, you were clever, but not clever enough. Please forgive me, sir. I didn't mean to. You meant everything. You just didn't think I was watching." Chief then turned to the officers. "Take her away." At the police station, they brought her out and led her into a small room. Waiting inside there were David Bako, Barrister Raymond, and much to her shock, Kunle, her lover and partner in crime, in handcuffs too. "You?" she shouted. "You too?" Kunle looked at her defeated. "They got me at the park when I was trying to leave town." Chief Bako walked in slowly. He sat opposite her and looked her in the eyes. "You thought I was alone, old and useless. You thought you were smart. Please, sir, I am really sorry." "No, Mabel, you are only sorry you got caught, not for what you did. I know your past. This is not your first time of scamming people. Well, this will be your last." Chief placed a file on the table. "You never saw the real will." He opened it and showed her the front page. "Everything belongs to David and a foundation for widows and orphans. You weren't even mentioned." He then stood and turned to the officer. "Let the law handle her." 3 months later, in a crowded courtroom, Mabel and Kunle stood in the dock, and as the judge said the final words, "You are sentenced to 18 years in prison for attempted murder, conspiracy and fraud," her legs gave way. She screamed and fainted. Thank you for watching this story. Kindly share your thoughts about the story with me in the comment section. Share the story out with your loved ones and give the story a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. Thank you and remain blessed.